The rain was relentless that evening, turning the city streets into rivers of shadow and reflection. Streetlights flickered, casting long, wavering shadows across the wet pavement. As Ryan hurried home from work, juggling groceries and the exhaustion of a 12-hour shift, he froze. There, huddled on the curb, shivering beneath a tattered coat and clutching a cardboard sign, was someone he never imagined seeing again, his ex-wife, Emily. Her eyes were hollow, cheeks streaked with dirt and rain, hands trembling as she begged for spare change. Ryan's heart sank, a mixture of shock, anger, and heartbreak twisting in his chest. This was the woman he had loved, the mother of his child, the woman who had walked away from their marriage years ago. And now, fate had brought her here, broken, vulnerable, and pleading for survival. Before we dive deeper, if you believe in kindness and second chances, take a moment to like this video, comment your thoughts, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to our channel Ripple of Kindness. Ryan's life had never been easy since the divorce. He had become a single dad to their 8-year-old daughter, Lily, balancing 2 jobs to make ends meet while keeping her life as normal as possible. Every morning, he kissed her forehead, whispered promises that he would always be there, and forced a smile that barely masked the exhaustion and loneliness. Yet, despite the struggles, Ryan had built a small but stable world, one filled with bedtime stories, laughter, and unwavering love for his daughter. Seeing Emily on the street threatened to shatter that fragile balance. He watched her from a distance at first, paralyzed by disbelief. Memories flooded his mind, the late-night arguments that had torn them apart, the small moments of laughter in their kitchen, the way she had held Lily close when she was just a baby. But all of that seemed like another lifetime, a dream from which he had awoken too soon. Ryan's first instinct was to walk away, to protect his daughter from witnessing her mother like this. But as he saw Emily's lips quiver and her small hands curl around the cardboard sign, something inside him shifted. The woman he had once loved, the mother of his child, had fallen so far, and maybe, just maybe, he could offer a lifeline. Ryan approached her slowly, careful not to startle her. "Emily," he said softly, his voice trembling despite his efforts to stay calm. Her head snapped up, eyes wide with recognition, a mix of shame, fear, and disbelief clouding her face. She opened her mouth as if to speak, but no words came out. Ryan knelt beside her, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder. It was a simple gesture, but in that moment, it carried years of history, pain, and unspoken emotions. He handed her the umbrella he had been holding, shielding her from the rain. It wasn't much, but it was a start. Over the next few weeks, Ryan found himself caught between resentment and compassion. Emily's fall from stability had been sudden and brutal, job loss, eviction, mounting debt, and the isolation that came with shame. Ryan saw her struggle daily, and yet, every day, he witnessed small glimmers of the woman he once knew. She was frightened, fragile, and hesitant, but her spirit hadn't completely dimmed. And as he watched her slowly regain strength, helping with Lily, volunteering at the local shelter, and taking small jobs to survive, he realized that second chances weren't just about forgiveness, they were about humanity. Lily noticed the changes too. At first, she was confused by her mother's presence, the awkward dinners and the hesitant laughter. But children have a remarkable way of seeing truth and love where adults often cannot. Slowly, Lily's innocent warmth began to melt the walls between Ryan and Emily. They shared small victories, a successful school project, a healthy paycheck, a bedtime story read together for the first time in years. The family unit that had been broken was fragile, yet it was beginning to mend, stitch by stitch. But the journey was not without challenges. There were days when Ryan wanted to scream, to run, to deny the pain of the past. There were moments when Emily felt undeserving, when guilt threatened to pull her back into despair. Yet, in those moments, the quiet strength of love and resilience became their guide. Ryan learned that true courage wasn't in avoiding pain, it was in facing it, embracing it, and allowing it to transform lives. He realized that the woman before him was not the same person who had walked away, she had been broken by life, but she had also been humbled, and that made her human in a way he could not ignore. One evening, as they walked home from Lily's school, hand in hand, Emily paused beneath a flickering streetlight. Her eyes, glistening with tears, met Ryan's. "Thank you," she whispered, a fragile but genuine gratitude that cut through the years of resentment. Ryan nodded, feeling his chest tighten in a way that was both painful and healing. He understood now that life didn't always follow the paths we imagined, but it offered moments like this, moments where love, compassion, and kindness could redefine everything. Life slowly began to bloom again for their little family. Emily found a steady job, Ryan's financial strain eased, and Lily's laughter became the soundtrack of their evenings. The scars of the past remained, silent reminders of the hardships they had endured, but those scars no longer dictated their future. Together, they discovered that true love is not about perfection, it is about forgiveness, resilience, and the willingness to hold someone's hand through the darkest storms. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you that kindness can change lives and second chances are always possible, please engage with this video. Like it, share it, and subscribe to Ripple of Kindness. And before you go, take a moment to comment below on what second chances mean to you, it would mean the world to us. Ryan looked at Emily and Lily one quiet evening, the three of them on the couch, rain tapping gently against the window. He realized that life had brought him full circle, not just as a father, but as a man who understood the power of compassion. His heart, once heavy with grief and anger, now carried hope, proving that even in the darkest moments, kindness has the power to heal, rebuild, and transform lives.